It would help if I clicked the right buttons to give us sound. Anyway, welcome everybody back to Ready to Roll. After our month-long hiatus, we have returned. Major announcements. We have no major announcements. That's the fact we're back. And for the foreseeable future, we'll continue our regularly scheduled programming. It is just Thursdays, every other Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time and 9 p.m. Eastern. That's what we're gonna do. That is, as been pointed out in our chat, we have a great new set. It was made by my older brother Eric, who is Extraterrestrial 51 in the chat right now. He's the one who pointed it out. But a great new set. Very appreciative to him and the effort he put in to help make this, and then help teach me how to set it up so it worked properly. Because he did it in I'm sure a ultimately better but much different format than I normally did it. Than I normally would have done it in. So, set looks great. I'm excited about it. It looks good. But with no further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the game. Just to start, since we've been on a hiatus, let's just have everybody introduce yourselves. We'll just go in the order that you guys are painting on the screens, which is Braden, Sarah, Lydia, and then Ian. Introduce yourselves and your characters real quick.
All right, I am Braden, and I play Corvit, an Aasimar Warlock. Anything else? I think that's good.
Nope, that's it.
And I'm Sarah. I play Galena Laskin. She is a wizard.
All right.
I'm Lydia. I play Jelenia, who is a tiefling fighter.
And I am Ian. I play Piotr, the human bard.
Awesome.
Patrick, introduce yourself.
Was just about to do that. I'm Patrick. I am the dungeon master and in charge of Homebrew Hall here. So that's it. My job is to facilitate and help tell the story, and we're gonna just go from there. So, I'll start off by telling everybody what happened the last time. Just giving a recap. Our party members have been, for the past few sessions, trying to thwart the plan to assassinate the archmatriarch of the Silhanan Church. They did discover that her two most trusted advisors, her left and right hand, so her left hand being her right hand being Roxolana Borisov, and her left hand being Evelina Pasternak. They are plotting to kill her. Then, excuse me. And so they were trying to solve that. They enlisted the aid of a bounty hunter named Theron Longtree to bounty hunter named Theron Longtree to aid them. He's the one who found the information leading to the discovery of the assassins. And everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Galena is trying to find information to break the curse that's on Piotr. Piotr is trying to not be found by bounty hunters. Corvit is trying to figure out how his family's all involved in this. He went to go see, Corvit in particular went to go see the archmatriarch to try to give her warning. However, the archmatriarch was occupied, considering the fact that Corvit's sister is getting married to the Tsarovich, so the prince, and she's going to be getting to the married to Tsarovich in just a matter of hours, and he went to go warn her, but Archmatriarch is busy, and so Roxolana, the right hand, went to talk to Corvit, and Corvit may or may not have implicated that his father had desires to kill the Archmatriarch, and that's when Roxolana and her co-conspirators saw an opportunity and decided to strike. They marched the Archmatriarch's guard on the Peshek estate, and took Corvit's father into custody, claiming that it was he all along who wanted to assassinate the archmatriarch, even though it is not. That is not the case. So that's, after that, Corvit got punched in the face by his brother because his brother was mad at him. His sister's worried that her wedding is ruined, and the party were scrambling, trying to figure out what's going on. And during Galina's searching of the castle, she noticed that there seemed to be a mysterious book that would move almost like right before she found it, and decided to go look for it. They went to look in Corvit's father's study, since Corvit's father was no longer there and not able to stop them, and they found the book. And that's kind of where we left off, kind of where we will pick up. There was some things of Piotr trying to determine whether or not he's actually a murderer, things like that. Most everyone's convinced he's a murderer at this point, but consequences of his actions, we'll see what happens. That's where we'll pick up. So the three of you, so Galina, Corvit, and Piotr, you three are still in Conrad's study, where you have your hands on the book. Just to recap, that book is written in, it looks like common, but it's written in Avarovian, which is the language that Fredo, who is the steward, and who you guess at this point is a co-conspirator, Fredo, that's his native tongue, that's his native country.
So when you say it looks like common, do you just mean it's in common script?
It's in common script, but the words, it's like, you look at any Romance language, it's all written in that script, the Roman script, but it is not, but clearly it's different words, like English versus Spanish, Spanish versus French, French versus Portuguese.
Yeah.
Ian, your camera died.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Continue.
Okay.
Vamp!
Anyway, so that is where
we're getting back into things, right? That's
Yeah.
what's happening here.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to blame this on. Thank you for your patience, audience.
All right. So with the language, is it something that we can kind of read and understand, or is it just it's just a different language? We wouldn't understand it.
you might be able to pick up some words. Definitely the two most likely to be able to read it would be Piotr and Corvit, due to Piotr's diplomatic stuff and Corvit being a noble. Galina would not necessarily. Galina would probably be able to decipher some of it because it is, she's a scholar of sorts, and so
Wait,
deciphering language.
are you saying I could decipher the language?
You could read it. You might be able to read it. Is what I'm saying.
Let's kind of grab the book and open it on the desk. And how big is this book? Is it like a novel? Is it a dictionary size book? Is it literally 3 pages?
It's probably the size of like a journal or a diary.
Okay. Another one. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and open to the last few pages, because I figured that might be a good place to start.
All right, give me an intelligence check to see if you're able to decipher Fredo's readings.
Straight up intelligence, right? Come on.
Yep, straight up intelligence.
I'm an idiot. 5 is my grand total.
Yeah, you have no idea what this says. You remember you've learned some Avarovian. You recognize words like day and night and breakfast. But that's, pretty much the extent of what you can tell is going on here.
You see,
Those are like the most important words, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't ask where's the library, so you don't know where it is.
¿Dónde está el baño?
You see Corvette like look hunched a bit, and then it's been over a decade since I last studied this. So, can anyone else read this?
I could give it a shot, says Piotr trepidatiously. I don't think that's the right word, but had to break out a anyway. What should I roll for this? Knowledge. Yes.
Intelligence, you mean?
Yeah, there we go.
I think we have a knowledge thing in
Yeah.
You're
I was like,
rolling intelligence.
why
Just
does
like
this feel
just like Corvette
fundamentally
rolled.
incorrect.
Just like Corvette rolled, you're gonna be rolling intelligence.
It's been a few weeks. We forget how to
Yeah,
play
we
these
are
games.
so rusty.
Forget how to play D&D. To be fair, I haven't played D&D since we last. I've been playing Savage Worlds since the last time we played this. So
My brain is broken. Okay, sorry, everyone.
yeah, just give me a straight intelligence check.
Just Corvette, you said?
No, you.
No, I said you're gonna be making the same roll that Corvette just made.
Oh, I was like, I don't know why I'm not allowed to, and you said I could probably. I don't know. I don't know these rules anymore.
Ian, come on.
Nat 1.
Oh,
You are 100% positive that
Oh,
you are
no.
reading this correctly. You think that this book is a recipe book, a cookbook. You're pretty sure, because you saw the words that Corvette pointed out, breakfast,
Yeah.
lunch, things like that. So you're pretty sure
Okay.
that this is a recipe book.
I got
and that, it's describing how to make Fredo's favorite dishes.
Night, day, breakfast. Yeah. And I think that one, this one, it's, yeah. Wow. This is very detailed. This is a cookbook, Corvette. But I don't think it's very useful. I don't know. Piotr closes the book.
Lena walks up, takes the book. I don't think he would have gone to all that trouble to hide a cookbook. Do you know how many rooms in this castle I searched and found just an imprint of where this book had been? This is not cookbook.
Can you read it, Galena?
That makes sense on the surface, Galena, but I don't know. Can you read it?
If you give me enough time, but I don't want to read it here. Corvette, your father may be gone, but Fredo's still around.
Maybe
Okay.
there's a charm here that makes me. I bet those aren't the real words. We got to take it outside and then we can read what's actually on the pages. That makes sense.
Sure. Good point. Let's get out of here. Although, DM, before I leave the room, I want to try and search. Do I know if my father has like a? Let's just say I'm looking for a specific jewel, stone, diamond, worth a few hundred gold. Do I happen to know if he has anything like that in?
Most certainly
Study.
has something like that. Probably not in his study.
Well, I take a quick look around in case there is, and then I'm like, all right, and then I leave if I don't find anything.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, sweet. It's much better. It's 11. Not high enough for what I'm looking for.
Those are rookie numbers.
Yep, you do not see anything. Nothing of note.
Cool. Good. Cool.
All right. Are you guys leaving the study, heading on out?
Yes.
Okay. So you head on out of the
So-
study. Yep. Go ahead, Selena.
Go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
Oh, she was just going to ask Corvette, your room or mine?
Mine's bigger. Has
True.
more space.
It is. Okay, so you begin making your way towards Corvit's room. As you head outside, you should see none other than our favorite tiefling, Shalanya, prowling the halls, looking for her
Prowling.
companions.
Yes, where have you all been? I woke up and I was lost and I couldn't find anybody, so just been wondering.
Where you?
At least this
you
time
mean,
you
like,
knew where
that's
you
where
were.
You've been? Like you woke up and you were just gone, or you woke
No,
up just
you all
barely?
were gone. I think I slept in for like an extra 10 minutes and you all disappeared.
Yeah, we run a tight ship around here.
We
Well, welcome back. I'll just have you
Surprisingly.
know, I was really pissed at all of you, but I'm less pissed. So welcome.
good to know.
What do I need to concern myself about this right now, or are we good
No,
to go?
we
Are
got
you
something
less
else.
pissed
No,
at
we're
me?
good to go.
That comes first, but we will get back to that, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did see a lot of winged ones wandering around the area, so is are we in trouble?
Possibly.
Define we'll figure it out.
We know he is.
Some of us are in trouble.
One of us are.
Some of us screwed their family over, so we'll see.
Are we avoiding the authorities right now, or no?
No, we're avoiding Fredo.
Okay. All of us, or just him?
All of us?
All of us.
Come with
All
us.
right,
And
perfect.
I just grab you and kind of lead you towards my room
Okay.
with the others in tow.
Okay.
Yes. Walk and talk. Oh, yes.
Oh, I can't do that.
I know.
Ian can't. Piotr can. Not Ian, but Piotr can.
Oh, okay then, Piotr. You be quiet. I'll explain things.
Perfect. You do
Just
that.
walk. So, Jelania, as I explained to Corvit, if you and Corvit have decided that you don't want the bounty on Piotr's head, since I've had to put up with him for weeks and weeks, sleeping on my couch and being next to me almost every minute of the day, I do believe that my claim on him is more than some random bounty hunter that just shows up. So, Piotr's mine.
All right. Okay. I didn't really want to give Piotr up. It was just the legalities of, the bounty hunter had an actual legal claim on him. I didn't want to get us into legal trouble while we're trying to be like kind of subtle and everything. Also didn't want to murder someone in this situation.
Oh, I don't
you
plan
want
on
him, you can have him. I don't want him, but you can have him.
I don't plan on murdering the bounty hunter. I have other plans for him.
No, we got him to do other things for us, I think.
So, Galina, I know you had floated this idea of delivering me to my certain doom and all. Is that the path down which you have trodden?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Actually,
I'm not ready to turn you in yet. Remember, you still have a curse on your head that I would really like to try and figure out how to remove.
But she does want to turn you in.
But you do want to turn me in. Okay, well, I just wanted to know, I thought we had bonded over this little kerfuffle, but maybe, maybe not. It's fine. It's,
Piotr,
everyone. Yes.
do you remember what it's going to take to get rid of your curse?
I'm sure Piotr does.
We either have to find out the true name of a Fey Lord, or we have to find 3 ingredients, one of which is nearly impossible to obtain. I think you're going to be with us for a while, Unless you keep not being in disguise and give yourself away.
Wait, I am in disguise. Wait.
Oh yeah,
Piotr
by the
was.
way, why do you look so weird?
Oh, he's Dimitri.
What happened to your mustache?
Oh,
this
Dimitri,
was a good
that's
one.
my. Well, you see, garrison regulations. The facial hair had to go.
As you say that, a guard with a full beard walks past you.
He's out of
Yeah.
he's out of uniform. I'm telling
Very
the
much in
post
uniform.
commander.
Spick
I,
span, sparkling armor.
He's out of spec. Oh man, it's is it the first thing you learn in the academy? And he just goes, I don't know what did add a shaving cream? I don't know. Anyway, I have to look like this so people don't know who I am.
Okay. Makes sense. How good is this disguise, like, actually?
It's not a good disguise at all.
It is.
Considering the fact that you recognized him, just for like you look funny, but I know who you are. It's not the greatest disguise. So someone who wasn't familiar with Piotr, it may fool them a little bit from a
Which, to be
distance.
fair,
About like if they were standing on a really tall tower and looking down into the crowd, it would fool them. But yeah. Galena tried really hard. That's what counts.
Not some good rolls there.
Yeah.
the dice choose who will fail and who will succeed.
And who will read a recipe?
I didn't do that
It's just
out loud.
So, Galena, how long do you need to read this book? Because we've got T-minus way less than a day until this thing happens. Till the wedding.
Let me look at it and see.
Alright. Give me your intelligence check.
$11.
How much?
11?
11? Okay, sorry. You cut the part. I heard then, and I was like, well, that was either 11 or 7. Neither of which
Yeah,
is great, but... you combined with Corvit, if you sit and translate the book, it'll probably take you a good 3-4 hours to get through it and figure out what this is talking about. Piotr is of no use, however.
Do you have 3 or 4 hours, Corvit?
I mean, I doubt it. How many hours do we have until the wedding?
Let's see. You have about 6 hours so you have to go to bed, plus 8 hours to sleep, and then you get up and that's the wedding. So you have about 14 hours.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't sleep, you could do a lot more crap. But good luck.
But if you don't sleep, you'll be able to do a lot less crap.
And good luck.
At least effectively.
Yeah. I could help. I think this is important. This will help. This is proof to get my father out of what I got him into. And yeah.
Wait, what happened to your father?
Oh, right. He's been missing.
I've been wandering the halls.
So let's say I try to go talk to the archmatriarch, give her a little heads up. But the right hand, instead, the archmatriarch was too busy for me with the wedding stuff, and so the right hand was asking what I wanted to tell the archmatriarch. So I might have said I thought my father wanted to kill her. And then they came and arrested him, and she shared with me the proof of like the article that said he wanted to do it, that he had written But I know his handwriting. It wasn't him. It was It
Great.
was a. They used him.
Awesome. Wonderful.
I. Thanks.
It's never know who we can trust, and apparently we can trust no one
I
yet again.
know.
Oh, on that note, since you did technically set your father up, do you think maybe you could convince your mother that you're on her side and get her to tell you their whole plan?
You already broke the eggs. Time to make an omelet. I just want everyone to know that I physically stopped myself from saying bro at the end of that sentence
Mm-hmm.
because it would have been wildly out of character.
I mean, you're a whole different person now, Dimitri. You can be whatever you want. Time to remake yourself a new man.
I guess I could talk to her. I don't know how to do.
Well, which do you think is more important, or do you think we'll be more successful at trying to go through this book and figure out what it says, or do you think we'll find more useful information from your mother?
Maybe I'm formulating a plan. Maybe we could send a messenger. You, Corvit, could send a messenger to your mother to deliver that message. And meanwhile, you can just work on the book. I can't leave Galena.
I mean, you can. There's just severe consequences for leaving Galena. You're welcome to leave.
How long would this take, though?
Didn't you succeed with a nat 20 your saving throw, so you're good for like
It's true.
24 hours?
He is, but that's
Oh, yeah,
Whether or
that's
not you know that or not.
Ian knows that, but Piotr has actually never quite figured that out. But
Piotr.
How brazen is Piotr? Meta knowledge and fuse.
So there's something I could probably talk to my mother about. It was her handwriting, and I saw it, and I think she would understand that I'd recognize it. Maybe wonder. So. I don't know what to do though, because all I seem to do is make trouble and problems for my family, so.
Well, these people have been planning this for a long time. They probably have backups and insurance for if something goes wrong. They probably have thought of a lot of different possibilities and options. So, if we're doing something that is what they might expect, we're not going to succeed.
Okay. I have another idea. I'll talk to my mother, but before that, have I seen Theron, or that's his name, right? The bounty hunter. Is there any way for me to get in contact him or talk to him?
you could probably go find him. You haven't seen him for a while. You could probably go find him. But yeah, you could go look for him, but you haven't seen him. You did kind of like give him instructions to like be away and not like super on top of you, so you didn't ever have suspicion. But like,
Yeah,
you could probably go find him if you wanted.
Okay. Instead, I look at Shalani and Piotr as like, can either of you find Theron and give him a letter to deliver to Antivin for me? Or can either of you go the Antivin? Not Antivin, wow, Arcadi. It is not Antivin that I'm wanting to talk to.
Anya's just
All
like,
these A names, so many. Arcadi. That's who I'm trying to reach.
So you want to deliver a message to Arkady.
I want to see him, actually. I wonder if that's possible. DM, do I know
Maybe
what...
for his wedding, probably very busy.
Yes, but I am his best man, after all.
Fair.
I
Is it
think
back to
I
the
would
party?
at
But aren't
least...
you supposed to be making this easy on him?
I don't think he, as the future ruler of this country, I think he wants to protect the archmatriarch as well. The one who is performing his wedding.
Valid. I mean, I can send for him or be sent for him.
I think I need to see him, and then I will go talk to my mother. Is there any other ideas, though? I think...
No. Other than... Wait, so... You're not going to read the book? Or at least as much?
I think I should be doing something else. I should go talk to those two.
I mean, I could give another stab. Maybe there was just some weird enchantment in the room. I don't know. DM, what's your rolling?
Well, based on the fact that I told you that you would be of no use at this point earlier, you still would
that's
remain
true.
of no use. And having Galena read the book by herself would probably double the time from to 6 to 8 hours
Ooh.
to get the whole thing read.
I need to warn Arkady. Are you guys okay with that? I think I need...
This is a good
help.
idea.
I think we are behind a rock in a hard place. Arkady needs to be informed.
Mhm.
Alright. Oh, wish me luck. I hope I don't ruin anything else tonight.
Here, friend. Pyotr extends his arm, places it on his shoulder. I know you're nervous, but you can do this, said Pyotr, inspirationally. Bardically, inspirationally.
How long
Whatever.
do I get that for?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's like an hour, isn't it? Or 10 minutes.
10
Jeez.
minutes. 10
Oof.
minutes.
Fly, you fool.
If I get to Arkady by then, maybe. Or even my mother.
Do you want to go by yourself, or do you want someone to come with you? At least for Arkady, because he knows some of us. So
True.
Arkady.
If you want to come with, that'd be helpful.
I don't know if I will be helpful. It's just whether or not you get stabbed in the back.
I would love to
On
not
your
be
way.
stabbed in the back by myself. That's
I'd at least
Not
like
what I-
somebody to watch me die that I know.
Observe the death. A person
you
be
can
like,
return
"Ah,
and
time of
tell my
death."
friends and family of what's happened. Yes.
Mhm. I'll sign off on your death certificate.
Oh, thanks. All right, Galena, are you okay with that? You think you can give anything else you think we should do?
No, I will just stay here and attempt the book by myself. It'll take me longer, but maybe I'll at least get a few helpful things from it.
And if anyone sees Theron, who knows? Maybe he's even willing to help out. I mean, we're paying him, but let's see.
All right. So Corvitte's headed to go talk to Arkady. Or, okay. Corvitte's headed to talk to
I'm
Arkady.
going to Arkady first. Yep.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
going to him first.
Galena is going to read the book. Jelania and Pyotr. What are you going to be doing?
I'm going with Corvette to talk to Arkady, just so he's not by himself.
Okay.
Pyotr will sit and chat with Galena.
And distract her from reading the book.
Oh,
You have now tripled the time. Kidding.
Just sitting there like, what you doing?
what
Is
you
it a good
doing?
book? What are you reading
Can you
now?
read it to me? I'm bored. Can you read it out loud? I'm such an auditory learner. I cannot, like, no, visually, no, can't do it.
Okay.
That's awful.
So we'll start with Corvette and Jelania. You make your way out of your estate. You head towards the Ashen Palace. I think we've given a few descriptions of the Ashen Palace a few times, but again, Ashen Palace is named such because of the very dark gray stones which it is made of, even more dark gray than regular stone, and it was literally built to be the military headquarters and last stand of the entire empire, and so it's an imposing structure, very few aesthetics. You approach the primary gate and immediately are stopped by guards, and they look at you and say, "State your business here."
I'm here to see the Sarovich, as I am wanting to make sure everything is prepared for his wedding tomorrow, as, his best man.
You are the son of the traitor. The son of the man who wanted to kill the archmatriarch, is that right?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. You don't know who your daddy is. Did your mother sleep around a lot as a child?
Am I still blessed of the goddess? Am I dragon touched? Do you want to get on my bad side? The Sarovich is one of my best friends. I am not in a good mood right now.
Go ahead and give an intimidation check.
It's almost so good, but it's not awful. Intimidation. +5. 14.
I kind of look at each other. Apologies. We did not mean to disrespect one of Silhana's dragon touched. We'll go inform the Sarovich that you are awaiting his answer.
Thank you.
One of the guards heads off. It's gone for maybe about 10-15 minutes. Agonizing minutes. Every minute that slips away is just 1 minute closer to that wedding. 1 minute closer to the death of the matriarch. And they come back, and the guard says, I've been ordered to escort you to the Sarovich. Your friend may come, but he has requested that she stand outside the door.
Look over at Jelania.
Specifically has requested?
Yes, he wishes to speak with the best man of his wedding alone.
Okay.
Alright.
So you get led into the Ashen Palace. Again, it's very Spartan, very utilitarian, very defensive. That is, literally not a lot of... there's not even, statues or gargoyles carved into any of the, It's just a building meant to be imposing, and it's very depressing to walk through. You just feel kind of like the hope. The most decoration you have is the the banners of the Empire is the most decoration that you have. Eventually you are led to Arkadi's room. You've been here before, Corvette. This is Jelania's first time, obviously, but he, the guard motions for Jelania to stay put, and then opens the door for you to go on in. You
head on in.
Head on in, and you see, standing in a corner of the room, you see Arkadi is holding up two different doublets. He's standing there with only a tunic on. He's just holding up two different doublets, and he turns around. Oh, Corvette! Thanks, Ilana, you're here. Oh, I need you to help me. Really bad.
Okay. I look at the guard, just wave him out. Like, get on.
The guard nods and heads up, heads out and says, and the Arcadi says, "This is probably the most important decision for this wedding tomorrow. You've really got to help me." He holds up the 2 doublets. Do I go periwinkle blue or black?
What? Do I know what my sister's, like, what color she's wearing?
She's gonna be wearing gold. It's just traditional.
Okay.
It's gonna be that's the traditional.
I mean, I think the periwinkle blue just clashes with the gold. Actually, maybe not. I like the blue. Blue's my favorite color, but I mean, black is just so sleek looking, so uniform.
Great, yeah. Major decision. I've only got. Watches aren't in this world. He looks outside. 14 hours until I get married.
Try on the black one.
Black one. Okay.
Try it on.
Oh, okay. He goes and he starts putting it on.
Hey, Arky. Have you heard about my father yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard. It's kind of a damper on the wedding, but, at least we caught him, right?
Yeah, it does put a damper on everything. And you're one of my most trusted and closest friends, and I need to tell you something.
Before you tell me anything, there's something I've got to tell you. You can't be my best man. I know that you're not your father's son, but this whole thing with your father has put a huge damper on it. And my father has suggested that I pick another one of the nobleman's sons to be my best man, as well as were you aware that your friend Piotr is a murderer?
It's been something that I have learned of recently.
How long have you known?
I knew something happened. I didn't know the whole circumstances before. So only... DM, answer me. How long have I actually known?
And you've known that he's killed someone since...
I know he's killed someone.
The valley. You just...
Okay.
All the...
So okay, no, thank you. So, I had misunderstood the circumstances. I've known for a while, and I misunderstood the intentions behind it.
So you just let him go, let him walk? Do you even know where he is?
I think he's still around here. He's still somewhere in the city for sure. Probably at my estate.
You do realize that you have at your estate?
He was coming with me before, so he might have left.
You do realize if you know where he is, you have an obligation as nobility of the empire to turn him in.
Yes, and I do know that, and before I say more on this, there's one thing, and I don't care what you'll do to me or anything or other people, there's one thing that's going on that's bigger than all of this.
How can it be bigger than this? I don't even know who you are anymore, Corvit.
There's
The
an
Cot Vit
assassin,
I grew up
like
with
an
would not have.
archmatriarch.
So your dad's really guilty?
He's been framed, I think.
He's been
But I do know it's
framed.
true.
Rustislana told me myself that you told me that you told her about this plot.
Because it's the right and the left hands that are behind it.
You really are crazy, aren't you?
Are you gonna go there? How long have you known me? Really?
Years.
How long? What have we done together? So many things. You've
Yeah.
been so supportive. So you see good in people.
Wait,
You see-
You're not who I thought you were. The Cot Vit that I grew up with would never have let a murderer walk around in his mists. And how long till those golden eyes of yours turn red?
At that, I bamf out my wings, summon the spear. I have devoted myself to Bronislav.
For how much longer?
I have chosen him. I have chosen Silhana. You don't know the hell that has put me through to get there. But you look at me now, and I throw the spear aside. You look at me, and I let that fade away. You tell me that I don't want to protect and provide and support my family, my friends, my people. You, one of my best friends since I was just a kid.
For how long? For how much longer? Until that blood that courses through your veins takes over and turns you into a monster. They told us, the saints told us who the Chosen of Morfis are. We needed to know, they said.
Good. I'm glad you know. You think I wanted this? You think I'm not terrified of what that could mean? But I've talked, communed, and seen what Bronislav has showed me, and what Silhana teaches. It's our actions, what we choose. You tell me. Yes, I've made mistakes. I've made so many. I can't. This past year, I have made so many mistakes. You are absolutely correct about that. Mercati, I want to protect. I don't want darkness to cover this land. Then when this is all over, you can throw me in prison. You can do what you want. But above everything, I ask you, be ready. Have the Chosen of Silhana protect the archmatriarch.
Chosen of Silhana aren't here. I'm the only one. There's something else that they have to do. So
then you protect her. You're gonna be right there next to her. You can throw me for harboring a murderer, for someone who I didn't understand completely, but also I fought with, and he's protected me and has never betrayed me before. For doing all these things, you can throw me in prison, you can do all these things, but I don't want the evil that is here to take over.
I believe you, Cot Vit.
I don't know who's good in this world anymore, really. But I know you are. I know you're someone that would never seek to do harm or evil. That's why I came to you. And yes, I have this I just found out about the blood of Morfis. I mean, if I just found out, then It shouldn't have taken me long. Like, it could have influenced me before, but I don't. Do I? At least that's what I tell myself to get by.
I'm sorry, Corvette. I don't know
I
what
don't
came.
have to. I don't have to be your best man. I don't have to. I want to be there. I need to be there to protect my family and to protect the archmatriarch. But you can strip me of my nobility. I don't care. But I have chosen to follow Silhana, and I will never lose my golden eyes. Never again.
I'm sorry, Corvette. I don't know what came over me. I'm just... The wedding, stressful, and then when I signed up for this whole Chosen of Silhana thing, I thought it was just going to be a head up to the north, stop the barbarians, come back down, and live happily ever after with your sister and my newfound brother, and and finding out that you are just that, all this, I don't know anymore what is I'm supposed to be doing.
Do as you've always done. Be who you've always been. Silhana has chosen you. I thought at one point she had chosen me. But I was wrong. But I'm lucky and grateful that I still am able to do good. You need... We'll figure things out, but the biggest thing right now is to protect you, protect my sister, protect the archmatriarch. We cannot let this happen. If I am wrong, you cast me out. You do whatever you want to me. If I am wrong.
I don't want to do any of that, Corvette. You're my best friend. You've been my best friend for years. I can't picture anyone else as my best man. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it. Just know none of them will give as good a speech as I would.
Now, screw what my dad says. You are my best man. I'm sorry. So much going on. You're absolutely positive that it's the left and right hand who are going to kill the archmatriarch?
Yes, there's proof. I've seen it written, as well as I think I know who framed my father, and you might still want me not to be your best man because of it.
Who framed your father?
The right hand and my mother happened to have an understanding, and when the right hand showed me the proof that my father is the assassin or the head of it, it was not his handwriting. I recognized it. It's my mother's handwriting. And I don't know what to do or think. I've always loved her. I've always hated my father, never wanted to be like him, and yet now he's the good guy.
Why would your mother want to kill the archmatriarch? Your mother's just always been so quiet and so...
Just be wary around her right now. Just for... I don't know why. And I don't know who else to turn to. But I know that me and my little group of misfits can't do this alone.
Okay. I'll have my best men there. I'll tell whoever I can, but without concrete, substantial evidence, I can't take action against the left and right hand. It would be political suicide.
Just make sure they don't do anything to the archmatriarch while we're there.
Okay.
And if you happen to have anyone you completely trust, maybe if there's any way to protect the archmatriarch even after. We're working on finding the evidence for you.
Okay. Corvette. Black was the right choice. Thanks.
You look sharp. See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And I head on out.
All right, Jelena. You did vaguely hear some shouting while you were standing outside.
Mhm.
But Corvette does come out, and you see that he looks a little sad, a little shaken.
He didn't listen to you, did he?
He did in the end. He actually did. The middle part
So
was
where
the
does
rough
this
part.
leave us then?
Well, he's gonna keep an eye out as well and bring his best that he trusts. We just
Mhm.
gotta find the proof that he needs to take action against the left and right hand.
Right. I imagine they've done a very good job of obscuring all that proof. Unless it's in the book.
That book is one of our best hopes right now.
But we're not going to know what's in it for several hours.
And I need to go talk to my mother.
Why? What do you think that will accomplish?
I don't know. Try to tell her I'm on her side or get her to see some other way.
You're
I
going to tell her that you know?
I don't. I shouldn't, but it's my mother.
Why do we think she would make this decision to assassinate the archmatriarch?
I
What
don't
does she get
know.
out of it?
I don't know. But it was her handwriting that incriminated my father completely. It was the evidence that they found.
So there could be several reasons, right? It might be that she is in with the Profane Guard and they want to take down the archmatriarch for some reason. I'm sure they would love it. It could be that she doesn't want the wedding to happen after all. Maybe she doesn't like Arkady. Maybe it is that your father wanted you to be the heir, and the archmatriarch said no. Maybe she wants you to be the heir. There could be so many reasons. And until we can get an accurate idea of that, we won't know what pressure points to push on to get her to react well. And we could stumble into something that could prove incredibly dangerous. If it is something about the Profane Guard, she will not think twice about killing you. But if it is to put you as the heir, then she will do everything she can to protect you. I know this is painful, to learn that your family is tearing itself apart from the inside. Believe me, I know. I have felt it before. But there's a lot at risk, including very possibly your own life, your sister's life, Rakady's life. We don't know. We have to be careful. If you want to go confront her still, I'll go with you. But I feel it's better to gain information about what it is she's doing it for, what she really wants, before actually coming out in the open about it. And we don't have very much time.
No, we don't. go back and see if there's been any progress made. I don't know. I'll think about visiting her. Give it some thought more.
Kind of like reach over, like awkwardly pat Cot Vit's shoulder. It's like, okay. I'm sorry this is happening to you.
All right. You make your way back to the estate. It's probably been about an hour since you guys left originally. Galena and Piotr, mostly Galena, you have been reading what turns out to be Fredo's journal. Fredo talks, it starts off talking about how he saw a beautifully sad woman who was taking a trip with her husband to in Avaro. Fredo at the time was not only a serving boy at a serving person. He wouldn't have been a boy, but at a tavern. He was not. Yeah, he definitely was older than that. The husband was out doing business, and he got to know the woman. One thing led to another. That woman happens to be Cot Vit's mother. That's pretty much what you have gathered at this point. Besides the fact that to have Fredo close by, Cot Vit's mom buttered him up to Conrad, Cot Vit's dad, so that way there was to convince, say, hey, you're interested in learning more about arcane magic. He's Avarovian. He wouldn't be restricted by the same rules as a Mordviran mage. Bring him along as your steward, so we have a valid reason to bring him home. And that's how he came home. That's how Fredo came to live with the Sheks. But that's pretty much what you have gathered out of the book so far, as Jelania and Cot Vit return to Cot Vit's room.
How's it going?
Yeah, what's up? Everything good? How did
he listened, and he's gonna do what he can from his end to protect the archmatriarch.
glad he chose the right side of history, I guess.
How's the studying coming along, Galena?
It would come along faster if you hadn't left Piotr here. If you come back again next time and I've turned him into a hamster.
All I'm saying is it would have been more beneficial for the both of us if you had simply read it out loud. I feel like I'm being left out of this whole thing just because there was some enchantment in the other room. I happen to think that it was a cookbook. It's not my fault.
Well, it is definitely not a cookbook. Do you enjoy romance novels, Piotr?
I'll give you inspiration if you say yes.
Oh, me? Yes. I love a good romance novel. You didn't? Read it to me.
Oh, well, there weren't many of those in the tower, but if you want, I can... It's gonna be a little embarrassing to read this one out loud, though. It gets at points along the lines of, like... Never mind. I'll just read it and let you see for yourself.
Well, I
Starts
can't
out with
see. That's the problem.
a lonely, beautiful woman on a business trip with her husband.
Wait, she's with her husband. Why is she lonely?
Very busy with business, but don't worry, she finds someone else.
Oh, that's nice. Did they get...
I believe his
Co-
name was
Tea?
Fredo.
Fredo? Did they find some pasta?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
I've
So
been
Corvette-
wanting to make an Alfredo joke since I heard his name, so...
Corvette, did you have a talk with your mother yet?
No.
I think I know why Fredo is the steward in your house now.
Of course. Of course. I go over to the bed and just jump and like just land face down in the bed and just lie there for a good solid 5 minutes. Just So it says my mother and Fredo and all that jazz.
Well, there is a reason why she convinced your father that it'd be a good idea to bring him back home. Although obviously she picked a different reason to tell your father.
That would make sense, yes. Is there anything else that you found out besides that?
No, not yet. Pyotr keeps interrupting me. Maybe I'll just start reading it out loud to him and then he'll quit interrupting.
Perfect. Yes, that's literally all I've wanted this entire time. Pyotr sits cross-legged on the ground.
I can't go talk to my mother right now. Not after this.
Mm-hmm.
Feel sick. We need to know what's in that book, don't we?
Maybe you should come over here and help me.
I don't want to anymore, but okay. Corbett, like, struggles to get out of bed, but does come over and helps studying the book. And cringes a lot while reading it.
Well, I can see you guys aren't interested in verbal recounting of whatever's in there.
Well, they're not gonna play act it. Jeez.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
The question is, what do you and I do while they're doing this?
Good question.
I think they're finding out the why. They're finding out the proof. I think we need to find out the how. If they're going to just, stab her in the back when she's saying all the things, they're going to poison her that morning. What is the mechanism?
As you say that, Cora's like, oh. And if you happen to find a 300 gold diamond somewhere,
just lying around,
whatever,
As they do.
as they do, you never know in my estate, take it and give it to me. I might need that.
got a spell?
Got something up my sleeve. Definitely in case of emergencies.
Is there like a pawn shop or something around?
A pawn shop with 100 gold diamonds.
I mean, there's definitely a jewelry store and, junk shops. Pawn shops weren't really a thing. But...
enough gold on you to buy one?
No.
Yeah, I thought you were feeding Galena's spell writing habit.
Yeah,
Right.
unfortunately.
You had so much money. I'm still filthy poor, gosh dang it. Ah.
I could have sworn we bought diamonds, but Artyom probably took those with him.
I don't think we did. We?
We definitely
He had
bought some diamonds,
Revivify,
for
I
sure.
think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I just
That's-
don't know if he. I imagine he took those with him.
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay.
On account of.
Dungeon
Anyway,
master.
wait, where would we find?
Hang on.
Sorry.
Hold on one
As
second.
someone who is, I've been to weddings. My sister got married. I've seen what weddings are. Are there like moments where they're like, here, have a sip of wine? Are there like moments where there is like ingesting of things where there could be poison happening?
Give me a religion check with advantage,
Okay.
since you've attended a wedding before.
Okay.
Come on,
Religion?
please roll well this time.
18.
Yeah!
Okay. No real like liquids, no drinking of liquids, things like that, but definitely things along the lines of there's a lot, the big part of it beside, is at the altar. However, there is an item that they use, it's for lay priests, it's a regular rod. You would assume that for the archmatriarch, she would use the scepter of Silhana, but it's a rod that the priest or priestess would take out of a container at one point, hold it, and it becomes like their focal point of the during the ceremony. Eventually, the two married people do both have to take hold of the rod together. But yeah, nothing that you could obviously think of for poison.
Only thing I could think of is if they put a curse on the scepter or something. Unless they're just going to walk up and stab her in front of everyone, which I don't think that's what they would want to do.
Is the scepter magical?
I would assume so.
So, how do we go about figuring out exactly what method they intend to employ? I mean,
Sneak around, poke the joint, case the location.
case the joint? Did you say
I
poke the
don't-
joint?
Common is not my first language, okay? This is why
That
I
is-
speak with a different accent than all the rest of you.
That's fair. I'm sorry, Anya. I didn't mean to poke at
I had a surprising wound.
sore spot.
We spoke Infernal in my household.
It's okay. Sometimes even I can't speak straight in my own mother tongue. Anyway, but seriously, I don't know. Do you have any idea for leads? Any places we could break into?
Quarters of the right or left hands. The chapel where the wedding will occur.
We could all.
The issue is, I imagine these are very secure places, so if we are caught,
Yeah.
then we will definitely be dead, and I'd rather not do that.
Well, we could have a look-see and assess the situation more directly.
How sneaky are you? Really, really analyze yourself in this moment. How quiet can you be?
I could ditch the
As
getup.
the man who sings and plays instruments, always. How quiet can you be?
How quiet can I be on a scale from 1 to 20? Do.
And you're singing singing again already. I don't have faith in this. This is a problem.
I'm sorry. Not very.
Mm,
However,
I thought not.
if it's not about your skills, it's about how and when you employ them. If we can, as they say, case the joint properly, we can maybe figure out a pattern that we could exploit. Fewer people are around. These kinds of people tend to do things in shifts. I don't know why they never learn.
Including the personal chambers of two of the most important people in the church.
Yeah, scratch that part. But I don't know. What I'm saying is we don't know what we don't know. So we can observe from a distance and go from there. Maybe it turns out that the chambers aren't a good target. Maybe we happen to be walking in the same direction when one of them comes out, and something else in their routine strikes as an opportunity. I don't know. What I'm saying is, I think that's our best lead so far, unless you disagree.
Are they talking in the room? Like, is this
I
happening
think
in
so.
the room? You're still there?
Yeah.
Look up. You know, the left hand, I believe, is the spy master for the church. So just good luck with spying on the spy master.
Mhm. Well, the question is,
Crusader Kings.
are we trying to stop it before it happens or stop it as it happens?
We should stop it before.
Mhm.
But that's a good point. We don't know how or when that's actually. In the note it said at the wedding, right? Or did it just say?
Yep, it said
During.
it would happen at the wedding.
Okay.
Read that book faster. Read it faster. Skip to the end.
All right.
You don't need to know all the love stuff. Move to other things.
But wait, what if they skip something that was
I
just
don't-
kind of in there? He's like, today we discussed the most important part of the plan, and then day 49 is like, also did more love things.
Thank you, Piotr. And you are on your way somewhere, I hope.
Oh dear.
I don't know. Am I on my way somewhere? That was my idea. Anya is not convinced.
We can go. I just don't have faith that you can be quiet enough to sneak in.
I'll make
Well,
Theron do something.
First,
Oh yes, we can find Theron. Where is he?
I don't know.
Great.
Just
How do we
wave
call
a
our
little
little
bag
spy?
of gold or something.
Just like go out, shake him like car keys.
like, get make a Theron call, go out into the courtyard, Theron.
Well, you can go look for him. You did you told him to not be too close. You did tell him to not be super far away, and since he's probably around somewhere, so you could go attempt to find him near the estate. He could probably be in an inn nearby. A few places that you could look.
Yeah, what time of the day is it?
It's probably going to be about 2, 3 in the afternoon.
Okay. Have we told Antonin anything? Does he have any idea there's anything going on?
He knows about the murder plot. He knows about the assassination plot, and you know that he has some instructions to do some things.
Cool. Wasn't sure what he knew. I could not remember. Let's go find Theron, though. He's proven to be a sneaky man before.
Yes, let's do it.
Bring the money in case he needs it.
Yes. Wait. Yeah, okay. Yes.
You are
How
the one
much-
with the money.
How much
are
money
the
do
one
you
who has
have,
it.
Piotr?
How
I can
much-
give you my last gold coin, but this is the one from the Dark Priestess, and I'm saving it for a rainy day or something.
You have a good point, Shalanya. Since there are possibly many people out there after Pyotr's head, somebody else should be holding the magic bag full of all your valuable stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
Can give it to me. Now, Ian, do you have a list of the things that are in the bag that you can send to me somehow?
Yes, I'll get that to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, so you two are gonna go find Theron. All right. So while you're doing that, real quick, we'll just go over some more of the stuff that Galena and Corvette happen to read. So I'm gonna ask, are you guys being thorough in your reading, or are you skimming, or how are
I'm
you going
skimming,
at this?
that's for sure. I'm skimming. For personal reasons, Corbett is skimming. Because he's like, no thanks.
Okay.
We know be more thorough unless he calls her attention to something that he wants her to help with.
Have you
Okay.
like
Oh,
ripped the
yeah.
book in half and you're like reading different halves?
I'm on
figure
one
we're
side,
just,
like,
like-
lifting up a page.
Yeah, sitting really close, and she's got she's holding up pages like
Yeah, so that's what we're doing.
this.
How
You've got the
does
book
a pair
open.
of people read a book at
Yep,
the same
yep.
time at different speeds?
Alright. Go ahead and give me an investigation check,
Both of us?
both of you.
Yes, I'm so good at these. Hey, that's a good roll. 18.
All right.
I got a 17 on my roll.
23.
Okay.
Good stuff.
It does take you a few more hours, but you are able to decipher, more of the book. At first, he's very specific, talking about, except when it comes to names. Even though he called her by name to start with, he switched to calling, Corvette's mom by her initial. I don't think he actually realized what was going on, but he switched calling her by A, and eventually he mentions, he just talks about how in love he is with her and how he would do anything for her. And then a lot of how he is sad that Conrad seems to be neglectful of his wife, doesn't take his wife's feelings into account, that Corvette's mom hates the fact that Conrad wants to basically disinherit her, their oldest child, her oldest daughter from getting getting her inheritance, from becoming the next boyar. And she hates that about Conrad. And then one day it mentions, the book mentions a dinner with her cousin. And the book, and at this point, that's when they start formulating a plan to basically, use Conrad's known hatred of the archmatriarch to frame him. But at first, Fredo is kind of like in on, he is in on the plan. He's all for it because it's what Ariadna, Corvette's mom wants. But then Fredo begins to become suspicious that Rostislana is not telling Ariadna everything about why they want to go ahead with this plan. But by the time he has, made the, that he brings this up to Ariadna, it's too late. They're already in too deep. Fredo talks about the object. He says, I've made it. It's too late. I've made it and I've given it to them. If we're not, it's an exact replica. Only the most knowledgeable of people would be able to tell the difference. And, you know, he just ends by saying, "May the dragon gods, you know, take mercy on me, because I know that I will never be able to forgive myself for what we are about to do." And it's his biggest regret seems to be that he has taken the woman that he loves so far down this hole that there's no way for them to dig themselves out of it. It never specifically mentions what this object is. Never really says, you know, he just refers to it as the object or the replica.
Galena, what do you think this could be?
I haven't been to any weddings or functions that the archmatriarch would be at, but some object that she is probably going to hold in her hands.
Was Jelania talking out loud, explaining about the scepter thing before? Okay. Well, we know about the scepter. I'm just don't know if there's something else it could be. Is there any kind of specific clothing or accessories she'd wear besides
She would probably
the scepter?
She'd probably wear her ceremonial, her formal robes or ceremonial robes.
Object. Robes. Doesn't sound like it could be the robes. Sounds like Fredo's actually sad that he did this. Remorseful.
But it also sounds like he thinks they've passed the point of no return. So I don't think we can convince him to help us.
Like, if there was a way to get my mother out of it, I think he'd take it. But I don't think there is a way to get my mother out of it. But he sounds regretful.
Yes, but how to use that regret?
I feel bad for them almost. Super disgusted. But almost feel bad. I just want to go talk to him. But that's probably a bad idea, isn't it?
What are you going to say? Hey, we read your
Hey,
journal.
what's the object? Yeah, we read your journal. Nice journal, nice trick, moving it. That was a fun adventure, fun puzzle.
And what if he attacks you?
Then you shoot him with a fireball.
I'm allowed to use fireballs in your estate house?
If it's... Yes.
They're quite large.
I'm sure they are.
House is quite flammable.
I believe that. I've already ruined everything for my family. Let's just, take it, at least demolish the house while I'm at it, right?
Well, I suppose if we can't think of a better way to save the matriarch, we could just burn everything to the ground and then run away. But I was trying to think of a better way to do things.
So you're getting outside of the box a bit, huh? Thinking of something different than your usual tactic, I see.
I could, instead of turning something into a hamster, we could bring a hamster to the wedding and I could turn it into a dragon. And hopefully in the chaos, we could escort the archmatriarch somewhere safer and then run away.
Uh-huh. Or you could find this object and remove it before tomorrow.
Do you have access to the archmatriarch's objects?
No. Do you think it's in her stuff right now? I think they're gonna bring it out tomorrow.
Oh, where do they keep her special magical objects?
The cathedral is my best guess. Somewhere in there.
Are we allowed to go look at them?
Not
Historical
generally.
artifact. Are we?
Not generally, no.
They don't have them on display in the cathedral of really cool stuff.
I mean, they have ancient,
Dragon
defunct
scepter.
stuff that doesn't get used anymore, but...
Don't know. I wonder where. First off, we need to know what it is, right? Like, do you know how to make people tell the truth?
I could suggest that they tell me the truth.
Oh yeah, like we did with. Okay. Should we do that to Fredo?
Maybe he's pretty good at magic.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
So are you.
if I word it right, he won't know that I tried to use suggestion on him. Unlike some other spells.
Okay.
How wise do you think he is?
Well, he's an idiot for the stuff he did with my mom. So he can't be that wise. He made some mistakes. And he made this thing that he's regretting. So obviously he's not that wise. But regarding magic, he's probably pretty smart with that stuff.
So you like the plan better where we try and figure out what the object is?
Yeah, probably.
I think the polymorph plan sounds more interesting.
Do you have a hamster on you?
Any small animal will do. I've seen some cats around here.
Let's go catch. Well, you'll need it to hide it long enough till we figure out what it is or what it could be. So maybe smaller than a cat. A cat will be too noticeable.
We could ask the cooks if they've seen any mice in your kitchen.
And can you catch one? Without killing it?
Yes. You stick peanut butter in the bottom of a barrel. They like peanut butter. And other various smelly foods. It was really boring in the tower sometimes.
So before we go too far down the train of thought of the polymorph train, I am just going to point out that the polymorph spell does clarify that the creature that gets transformed does have to be of equivalent level, challenge rating, or lower than the current creature. So while transforming a dragon to a goldfish works, a goldfish to a dragon would technically not. But according to the limits of the polymorph spell. before we get too far down that train, I figured I would point that out.
Thank
Is
you.
a
So
good
we
thing
need
to
like
know.
a dragon.
What if?
to just come?
What about a bull? Can I turn a mouse into a bull?
A mouse would have a challenge rating of 0. A bull has a challenge rating of 1/4. Unfortunately, a mouse could not be. Basically, it is you can transform something bigger, smaller, but you can't really transform something smaller, bigger.
Heck. Maybe we should go. Wait, do you want to talk to Fredo or your mom? Do we want to try and convince Fredo to come clean? Or do you want to try and convince your mom you're on her side and you've turned evil?
I will fail at that second one. I couldn't do that. I'm really bad at lying, I've realized, so let's just try and pull the truth out of somebody and make them feel bad. I can make someone feel bad.
Okay.
I mean, I just made Arkady feel bad, so, I mean, do it to the prince, let's do it to the steward. Why not?
Are you prepared to tie him up and chuck him in a closet in case he gets hostile?
No, give me an hour, please. Then I'll be ready.
Alright then.
And that's my short rest I'm taking right now. Because I figured I was studying too intently into the book to have a short rest.
Makes sense. That sounds good plan. So with that, we're gonna go take our
plan. A plan.
There's a plan, definitely. We're gonna go take our 5-minute break real quick. We will be back, in about 5 minutes. So don't go anywhere, and we will see what happens next. Welcome back, everybody. We are returned to our, returned where we left off. We are going to hop, skip, and jump over to Jelania and Piotr, who are going to hunt down their bounty hunter who they've hired. So you start around the estate, asking guards or other people if they've seen a half-elf bounty hunter, whose description I only vaguely remember because that was so long ago at this point. Pretty sure he had a scar or something. His last name was Longtree. That much I remember. But trying to figure out if you know where he is, if they've seen him. There's no real answers. No one's like, you saw him hanging around here a while ago. I thought he was a guardsman, things like that. And he, they do point you to his usual haunt. Let me pull up that, the map real quick and look at which inn he would be going to. His usual haunt is the High Crest Tavern, which is not too far away. Obviously, he wants to stay close to his quarry. So you make your way to the High Crest Tavern. And when you arrive, the High Crest Tavern is, as its name might suggest, a higher end tavern, as it is in the the noble district of the city, and so very nice things around, but it's still a tavern. It smells of alcohol. It is people are loud. It's still a tavern. Go ahead and you guys can give me perception checks to see if you can see Theron.
Good. 11.
I have perceptively
11.
perceived 20 not natural.
20 not natural. Okay. You do not see him whatsoever. However, Piotr, you do notice that there seem to have been you do notice that someone is standing by the back door, almost if they're keeping watch.
Piotr leans over to Anya. Check the back door. Man by the back door.
I stare at the man by the back door.
Fine. He looks, you know, if you hadn't noticed, if Piotr hadn't noticed, you wouldn't have thought he was out of place. He's just standing by the back door. He literally just looks like he's keeping watch, but he looks well groomed, wearing nobility, the clothes of the noble. But however, you can kind of tell that, on closer examination, that he's not really familiar with the clothes of nobility. He's pulling at his collar as if, the tight collars of the nobility, they're scratching at his neck. He keeps fidgeting and adjusting with his clothes, as if this is really like one of his first times wearing these clothes, or as if he doesn't wear these clothes very often. So he is just kind of, he just looks very uncomfortable.
What do you want to do about him? He's just watching.
I don't know. He seems off.
So do you most of the time.
Lately, yes, but that's because I'm not wearing what I'm supposed to be wearing. Capiche?
Okay.
What I'm saying is he reminds me too much of what I probably look like right now. So something's up.
So we want to talk to him.
I don't know.
Then let's go.
Yeah. Let's just get to know him.
Mm-hmm. You do the talking, man. You do the talking.
Yep, I'll do it.
I'm here to stab things that need to get stabbed.
Thanks. Piotr goes as if he were about to leave, and then stops. Bartholomew, is that you?
He looks at you. No, it's not my name.
Oh, do forgive me. It's just you look very much like a colleague of mine from training, the academy. Yes, that one.
Look,
Tell me.
you should probably get out of here and not talk to me. I don't know who you are.
Are you aware of a specific reason I should leave?
Besides the fact I don't know you. Look, I don't talk to strangers. I'm not here to make friends. And I'll move along.
Okay. Noted. Piotr walks out the back door. And
As you go to the back door, he stops you. Can't go out that way.
Oh, so not that way.
No, you can't go out the back door. There's garbage.
Garbage.
Lots of garbage.
Yeah, that's a hazard. Wouldn't want to step in that, Can you tell me what kind of garbage?
Tavern garbage. It's everywhere, all over the street. Broken glass bottles, bad stuff. Innkeep has some people cleaning it up right now.
Oh, well, thanks for looking out, stranger. Not Bartholomew. Piotr turns around, walks over to Anya.
Did you make friends?
Definitely.
Did you make friends?
No, not even close. I didn't even feel like that little, many-pronged wheelie thingy in my head spin or roll or whatever. To make friends, I don't know. Like, sometimes when I do difficult things, I can feel something rolling in my head, and sometimes it does good, and sometimes it doesn't.
I think
Didn't
you
happen
may
this
be
time.
crazy.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think that's a normal thing to feel when you make decisions, is to feel your brain rolling around in the inside of your head. Okay, I'll be more direct. Okay, and I'm gonna go to the back to Bartholomew and just be like, excuse me. I'm looking for a Mr. Longtree.
I don't know any long trees.
You look uncomfortable, and I would like to help you. No, I don't. I want you to help me. Can you help me find him?
I mean, what does he look like?
I describe what he looks like.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a guy like that. He was here a few hours ago. He was getting a drink. But he left. I don't know where.
Is he lying to me?
Give me an insight check.
Get ready. Get ready for the good rolls. Oh, dang. +0. 16.
Well, considering I got a much lower than that. Yeah, he's lying. You know. However, he's lying like a trained liar. You know, like he's been trained to lie his whole life. So to the average person probably would have gotten away with it, but not to the keen perceptive insights of Jelania.
My +0 insight. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Listen, if he's a friend of yours, you'll want to point me towards him because I have a job for him. He's under my employ. If he's not a friend of yours, you should point me towards him anyway because I don't really like him and I maybe will kill him.
Cannot kill that who's already been marked.
Oh, he's made friends then.
Not exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I would put it simply. I hope you didn't invest a lot of money into him. He's not going to be a long-term investment.
Right. Could you be a long-term investment then?
No. I don't do what I do for money.
Well, then what do you do it for?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, no. That's a 1. That's a 1 right there.
Look, I don't know you, and I don't care to know you. So, I recommend you just leave before I tell my brothers.
Is there any reason for me to go looking for his leftovers? His remains?
You want to know what happened to him? Sure.
I don't need to know.
I wouldn't expect to hear from him ever again.
Does he still have a mouth to talk with, or is it gone? I am morbidly curious.
He would still have a mouth, yes, but he would not be in a position to use it.
Wonderful. Thank you. And I leave. And I kind of like nod over at Piotr as I'm leaving, just like, come on, we're done.
Tough cookie, that one.
He likes to think so. But, I mean, really, cookies, not that tough. Even the toughest cookie is still a cookie. No, the man is dead. Or will soon be dead. Not something we can use.
Theron?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's out back?
Maybe.
He really didn't
Does
want
it
me to go
matter?
out there. I guess not. Not if he's dead.
Do we care that much about him? If he's still alive, to go trample through all sorts of hidden passages and dark people before we find him and go, hey, we need you to do something.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't think he was that important to us.
I guess no. He was kind of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a competitor of Galena. You know, don't want to have him turn me in for the bounty.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know what? Let him rot.
Vicious. Yeah.
But I
impressive.
don't know.
You're not usually like that. It's a nice guy.
Impending doom, perceived though it may only be, puts certain pressures on a man's brain.
Mhm. Makes it roll around.
Yes, under certain circumstances.
Piotr, you know that we care about you. You know we're going to take care of you as much as we can. But no single one of us is big enough, important enough to sacrifice everything else for. I do not expect you to do it for me either.
I get it, but it's almost more complicated than that.
How so?
I don't know, Anya. It's like my memories of what happened and everything. I guess I know what I did, but for so long I was able to convince myself that I wasn't to blame. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm still convinced of that. If that makes sense. I mean, I like I don't know. I don't know what how do you make up for the fact that you murdered someone?
Sometimes we don't make up for things that we've done. Sometimes the consequences just lie. Sometimes it is just terrible. And that's all there is. And we live and we learn to deal with it.
How do I do that? What do I do?
That's up to you. You're a different person than I am.
What would you do?
I don't know. Currently, right now, I live under a possible knowledge that I could have done something to save my sister. But not really. The Dark Priest has made it very clear to us that the things that have happened in our lives were orchestrated by her. She guided all of that. There was nothing that I could have done to save my family. Maybe I could have made my sister's life a little happier in the meantime before something bad happened. But it was outside of my control. So,
But
what I currently do is I wait for the day until I can kill the Dark Priestess.
But that wasn't exactly the case where Katya was concerned.
What was the case? Was it really as simple as you were drunk and you push her?
It was. Oh, that's right. You've been gone. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I guess. My ego has tried to complicate the story a bit. You know, I didn't mean to push her off a balcony, but I did.
Mm-hmm.
But now, what? Turn myself in? Die? Say I'm really sorry to her parents?
That's
Still
up to you.
die?
The two options are either vengeance or recompense. Either you take vengeance on the person who did it, meaning yourself, or recompense. You do and add good things into the world to make up for the bad that you took out of it. I cannot make that decision for you. I would not want someone to make that decision for me. If you want me to make that decision, I'm sorry, but I will not.
I think Galena would if she could. Well,
Make that
If she
decision for
could-
you?
well, I mean, she wants to keep me around long enough to experiment this curse thing that we've got going on, and then she wants to turn me in to get a whole bunch of money so that she can buy us some spells. So I'm sure in her perfect world, it would all work out something similar to that order. But all that said,
You don't really want to die.
no.
Well, then
Do
your
you?
decision is made.
Is it though? Who wants to die? I think
Some do.
true, but I guess I'm trying to check my bias. I don't know. I've never been in this situation before. I've lived in it for a few. DM time frame check. Months?
Almost,
A year.
half a year at this point.
Half a year. I don't know. This is all fairly new. Few months. I'm not used to being I don't identify as being a criminal. It's not, I don't know. But
If you don't identify with the criminal, then don't do the thing that the criminal would do. Criminals hide and try to escape until they are caught and they are punished. So don't do that.
okay.
Now, we've got to go.
Yeah.
We are wasting time.
Okay. You guys make your way back to the estate. In the meantime, Corvette, Galena, you go out and find Fredo. It really doesn't take you very long. He's the steward. He's kind of an omnipresent figure. For you to say, hey, where's Fredo? Any servant can point you in his direction. It takes you maybe about 10-15 minutes to find Fredo.
Hello, Mr. Fredo.
Master Corvette, it's a pleasure to see you. And please, my last name is actually DuLeon, if you want to call me Mr., but Fredo is perfectly fine.
DuLeon. A good, strong name. Do you happen to have a few moments, like, to chat with you, kind of... With all the
Certainly.
hubbub today, kind of... I figured someone outside of, the family could be a different point of view.
I guess I could take a few moments to time to chat with you. There is quite a bit of preparation for the wedding. But
Yes, and I'm
course.
sure you have all the other servants on it, but you being the steward and also trying to figure out how you're my father's steward and how you seem very capable to keep you, but it's very unorthodox as you know what's going on. So
are you referring to the business with your father?
that did happen today, so it's just on my mind and kind of want to get your perspective on it and what you think should be done and what you think your place is here and how we might be able to accommodate such things.
Of course, this does not seem a conversation that should be held in front of others.
Oh, Galena, I understand. She's been my support, and
Oh.
I kind of can't imagine all the things. I know I never agreed with my father, but what he's been accused of, just kind of, she's been there, and I'd like her to support, if that's okay.
Oh, I thought you were close with Lady Jelania. I didn't realize that Galena... And I thought Galena was
I mean-
close with the other one, Piotr.
It's a very complicated thing. There's the curse thing that makes it so Piotr and Galina and all this.
Wait, Actually, what he means is that we've gotten a lot closer lately. And she reaches out and pats him on the back.
And I guess any conversation we have in front of Jack can be held in front of her. He walks down the room and he motions all the servants who are currently there to leave. And he looks at you. So, Father, it's a terrible thing what he's doing, or what he planned on doing.
I can't imagine. I know he wanted Tatiana to step down and for me to step up and be the heir, but to do put such a plan in place.
Yes.
Like, and I guess I'm just trying to understand here, Fredo. Like, you're his steward, and maybe you just have some insight. Do you know, like, how this could have happened? Why he wanted to do this? Why someone would want to do harm to the archmatriarch?
He was intent on putting you his heir. The archmatriarch would not grant his request. I think that's pretty obvious.
Well, there's that, but is that enough to kill the most powerful, one of the most powerful people in this country for? And should anyone find out, it would ruin him, and not only him, but his entire family.
Well, I don't think your father intended to be found out.
Yes, that would make sense. If you were him, how would you go about doing it? I'm just worried that,
I don't know. I'm not sure how I would go about such a heinous act.
Yeah. I mean, come on, like, if you had to do something extravagantly, I don't know.
That's the thing.
Influential.
I don't think your father would have done it in an extravagant manner. It would be simple. I mean, at least up until the moment of death. At the moment of death, it would probably be more extravagant, but nothing that would point directly to him.
I also know that, as you know, my father was very interested in the arcane arts,
Yes.
more so than this country necessarily thinks is allowed. Do you know of anything that piqued his interest, or maybe that you would just happen to know would be...
I mean, your father mostly just wanted someone who wasn't bound by the restrictions and rules of the Silhanan Church to teach him a little. I never taught him specific magics or never, specific things. He was more curious on the workings of magic beyond what the church teaches. The church teaches that what the church teaches you isn't very far off. There's the flow of etheric and netheric energy, and it's utilized and aligned in elemental patterns, and it's either in a current, working form in the form of etheric, or it's in a passive form in the form of netheric. It's all complicated. I don't have quite the time to go into it, but he wanted to know how it worked. So, nothing ever would have led me to believe, though, that this is what he would have done this.
I know, and that's just the thing. I know he wanted it that badly, and I could understand him wanting her removed. But though how much I hate and disagree with my father, I never could imagine him actually murdering the archmatriarch of all individuals.
This would be quite a dark, evil thing to do.
It's hard to believe that. Is there anyone else you could think of who'd want to do that?
I'm sure the archmatriarch has enemies. The cultists of Morfis. I know that there are. I'm sure there are others. Not that I know of off the top of my head.
Let's see. Well, Fredo, what would you do to protect the archmatriarch?
I'd stop the wedding.
That's not possible.
It isn't, and so I'm afraid that it's, at this point, quite impossible to, stop and protect the archmatriarch at this point.
Why do you say that?
I mean, if your father's plan was to, come to fruition, I would have thought that's what I mean. That if your father was to come to fruition, it would be impossible to stop. But your father was fully stopped. No need to be concerned about the death of the archmatriarch at this point. Everything should be fine. Move forward. The wedding should be, well, slightly less happy. A happy and joyous occasion for the Empire.
Will it, Fredo?
Of course, securing the next generation of the, next generation of Tsars. Your sister, your family will now mingle their blood, your blood, with theirs. I can't think of a stronger union to be had. I'm afraid, Master Corvid, unless there's anything else that you need, I do need to be on my way. There are other things I need to get done for that wedding tomorrow.
Lena, was there something else you had wanted?
Oh, no, I guess we covered everything. I mean, since the archmatriarch isn't going to die and there won't be an investigation into how that happened anymore, that means that we don't have to worry about anybody else paying an unthinkable price that could be stopped now, because it's not actually too late.
Your tone belies that you know more than you would. I have respect for Master Corvid, and so I would not tell him as such. But I would ask that you speak plainly. Clearly you know more, that both of you know more than you're letting on, but I would never disrespect Master Corvid in such a manner. So please, if you just speak plainly and tell me what you're referring to.
Fredo, we've read your book.
So you know then?
I know it. I know why you're here, how you came here. But that is the least of my problems that I am worrying about right now.
You should also point out that should anything happen to us or the archmatriarch, there have been instructions left to deliver a certain package to the authorities, which will definitely point at who may have been involved.
I mean, it'll be too late at that point.
They'll want revenge and justice for something, for whatever's gonna happen. And though the contents were not my favorite of your experience.
It's not like I got explicit, Corvid.
And even imagining it is just, ugh. But of the man that I read in that book is not one who wanted to do evil and introduce evil into this world. Not of his own free will, at least.
It's far too late, Corvid. The plan's in motion. You don't have the time to stop it.
What is the object?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, come on, baby. Please have a decent roll.
You have inspiration.
Mm.
Wait, what's like? Even with the +8, that's a 10. Inspiration, I'm using my inspiration there.
Okay.
Ah! Oh, where's my other? Okay. That was cocked. That was straight up in the middle.
I think you said that last session.
I was.
I didn't
Okay.
like that. It was
It was right between. It stopped on my dice. It was between
You're
a
good.
12 and a
I'm giving
2.
you. I'm giving you a crap. Just
Unfortunately, you gave me a good crap there. I got a nat 20 on that.
nice.
28 total.
Yes.
And my inspiration's gone.
You'll never get to it in time. It's guarded by everything that the
Right and left hand.
right and left hand can muster. The winged ones, the silent ones, the magics of the the school of sorcery. The replica. It's my proudest work. I didn't mention it in my journal, but before I worked at the tavern where I met your mother, I was also an apprentice artisan. The replica of the scepter of Silhana, is perfect. No one would be able to tell the difference unless they were a master craftsman.
What does it do?
It's fairly simple. Whoever lays hands on it will burn and die.
A fire?
Fire, yes, but not natural fire. Hellfire. But you
And it's
can't get to it in time. If you'd been a few days earlier, maybe you could have gotten to it, but it's too heavily guarded now.
And will they bring it to her at the wedding? When
They
everyone
will.
is there?
Right before she begins the ceremony, and we brought to her in a box. It will be opened, and the archmatriarch will reach her hand inside, pull it out, and burn to ash before all the most important figures of the Empire. I didn't want to do it, Corvit. I did at first. Your mother seemed like what your mother wanted. And I love your
Why
mother.
does she want this?
We want for exactly what happened to pin it on your father. But it's so much more than that. I think Rostislana and Evelina, they have a darker purpose behind it. They didn't spend years trying to integrate themselves into the highest positions that they could get to outside of the priesthood for no reason. Clearly there's something more. Clearly there's something else that they want out of this. I think that they truly do desire the Archmatriarch dies, but your mother at first just wanted your father framed, that way your sister could live her life. But it's too late now, but now she's in. She wants the Archmatriarch to die, to burn. I should have stopped it so long ago, but I was blinded.
It's a spell that's on the scepter. A magic of some sort, a curse.
An extremely powerful magic. Very powerful curse. Well beyond your capabilities to remove. However, I'm afraid that I can't let you bring this knowledge to your friends.
Why not?
Because it's
You'd
too late.
kill the person you love. You'd kill her son.
She hates you, Corvit. Because you were born with those golden eyes. Because of those golden eyes, you are, in the eyes of the society, you're backwards, twisted. You're better than her other children. Your mother never wanted to have favorites, she told me. But the moment you were born with those golden eyes, she knew that her children would never have the lives that she wanted for them. The reason she agreed to marry your father in the first place. She would never say it to your face, Corvette. But if you were to die, her life would be so much easier. He holds up his hands, lifts them out, and like the torch flames on, fire in his hands. I'm gonna need you both to roll for initiative.
Ooh. I know it was
Nope.
you, Fredo.
Don't split the party.
6.
I know.
8.
8. Fredo gets to go first. Fredo starts by casting... Well, first he starts by using his legendary action to teleport away before his turn actually starts. So he's going to teleport to a safe distance, and he's going to cast Fireball on you and Galena. I need you both to give me dexterity saving throws, DC 16.
Rip.
Nat 20 on that.
All right.
Nice.
So 21.
Okay.
I get +1.
22.
22. All right. You both will take half damage of whatever I just roll. Sorry, give me a second. It's a lot of D8s. Or D6s, yeah, D6s, sorry. Not D8s, that would be bad. Okay, it's only gonna be 14 damage. Alright, next would be Galena. He's probably about 60 feet away from you.
And they're in like a library or something? Where are they?
They're kind of just, like in a library.
So he
Is
just
anything
fired
Yeah,
on
these
the
books,
fire?
all the books are on fire, the room is on fire. He's going down, he's taking you with him.
Alrighty then.
Legendary?
She's gonna try and cast sleep at him.
Okay.
Try. Wait. Yeah, that's got long enough. Sorry, I've never used sleep before. I'm reading quickly.
You're good. Sleep is one of my favorite crowd control spells in this game.
I need 5 d8s. That's only 4. I'll have to reroll one. Oh, no, wait.
I don't even own that many D8s. I had to use an electronic dice roller for that.
I play Savage Worlds. I need lots of dice.
I think I have like 5 d8s.
I think Ian has more dice than I do at this point.
19.
19. Well, his hit points are more than 19, so he does not go to sleep.
Unfortunately, I never roll well, so...
Alright, Corvette. It's your turn.
Gosh, I have no idea what I want to do. I call as the broom erupts in flame and I'm charred or singed. I yell out, guards, get people to safety, guards! And then I summon my spear. Oh, I used that already. Okay, that's good to know. Or remember. No, I took a. Oh wait, that is. Where's I needed? Okay. But I then charge him. I move 30 feet towards him because I can't reach him yet. And then I cast Eldritch Blast, and a radiant blue gold energy bursts forth, and 2 beams streak towards him.
Okay.
So they are a dirty 20 and an 18 to hit.
These will both hit. However, on the second one, actually no. On the first one, he uses his reaction to cast shield. Now neither of them will hit. You just watch as just this blue field appears in front of them, and your Eldritch Blasts are deflected off.
Fighting a mage. This sucks. Okay.
And it's now back
I
to
can't
him.
use my spells because he has counterspell on him. I just know it.
He is now going to cast, use his legendary action to cast Firebolt on Corvit. 17. What's your AC?
17.
Okay. That will hit
Yep.
then. For 20 points of fire damage.
Woo!
He will then use his regular action to cast,
I'm so dead.
use his regular action to cast Magic Missile on Corvit.
Mm.
Okay, that's going to be 11 points of force damage.
I'm hurt. I am really, really hurt.
Okay, your turn, Galena.
Okay.
I have confidence in you guys. Did I?
Going through my spell list.
You're good. Did I expect it to be only the 2 of you here? No, but I do have confidence in you guys.
Did I
No,
adjust
you're
the
just splitting
combat
the party
accordingly?
constantly?
No.
We split the party all the time.
You do.
Please.
I didn't expect you to go to and confront one of the major bad guys by yourself.
I thought we could convince him. I thought I was very convincing.
You were very convincing. The power of love. It's more convincing. Anyway, sorry, Clean, it's your turn.
She's gonna hurl Scorching Ray at him.
Okay.
Nice.
All 3 at him. Okay.
Alright, roll to hit 3 times.
The first one is a 10.
Okay, that will miss.
I'll blast it. The second one's an 11.
That will miss.
Okay, I need a different d20. $21.
That will hit.
Okay. Five.
Okay. So you Scorching Ray blasts into his chest, and you watch his flesh, and you smell the burning flesh from even as far away as you are. He will go. He'll use his legendary action to cast another firebolt at Corvit.
Fine.
he
I will cast counterspell.
On a firebolt.
Is Firebolt not a...
Firebolt is a cantrip. You're welcome to counterspell it if you want.
Oh.
Thinking of fireball.
What was the... Okay, when on his last legendary, before he cast the other thing, Magic Missile, what did he cast?
Cast Firebolt, but he's a higher level, and so it's 2d10 instead of the regular 1d10.
What's the chances of him getting really, really high? Does that spell add anything to it?
I mean, he does add his intelligence modifier to hit,
Oh, yep. To hit, not for damage.
not for damage.
I have to use counterspell.
So
Sometimes
Okay.
we have to do what we have to.
you use counterspell. No, nope. You use counterspell and firebolt. That's perfectly fine. He's
Yep.
going to now
Because
cast.
if he gets, I am down if he gets a decently good roll.
Understandable. He's going to cast firebolt with his regular action now.
Wait,
And-
it's not my turn. You
No,
skipped
it's
me,
his
didn't
turn.
you?
No, I did. Oh, I did. I'm sorry. It's your turn. He
That's
shouldn't.
why-
Never
that's
mind.
why
I
you
totally
used it,
forgot.
didn't-
I apologize.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was. I am so sorry.
was
It's
like-
your turn, Brandon. Go.
That's no. Okay.
For some reason, I
That
thought
was-
you'd already gone. I apologize.
Well, I like. Okay, that's before. Okay, before I counterspell anything, I'm using 5. I'm using my feet. Healing light.
Okay.
It's my action. No, as a bonus action. As a bonus action, I use 5. My max is 5d6 at once. I have 9 d6s in my healing pool to heal myself. So, okay. 13. Oh. Hey, now I can survive a freaking firebolt. Okay. And so that's my bonus action. Then as I will run up to him, and then I will, I can hit twice with my packed weapon. So I will swing at him twice with the hollowed heart. So the first one is 17 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
Okay, and that is. I gotta read this again. A 1d6. What is a spear? 1d6. Plus another. So I got 6 plus 2. I got 8 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and 5 points of radiant.
Okay.
And then my second hit. It's not gonna hit. It's a 9 to hit.
Okay, that does not hit. Now, this is legendary action. I apologize, and he
Okay.
will use his legendary action to teleport to a safe safe distance,
It can teleport.
Yep.
All right.
and he will now cast firebolt at you again. Well, that's gonna hit. And that is going to be 17 points of fire damage.
Oh, see, if I should have my turn, I'd be down.
All right. Lena, it's your turn.
Yes, it is. I kind of wish he'd throw something at me one of these times so I could do a thing. And I've never wished that ever before. So she... Oh. What the hey. We'll try and polymorph him. Always talking the talk, let's walk the walk. Hamster time!
Your mother was a hamster, and so are you.
Why? Why? Why?
I mean, sorry, you're polymorphing. He has to roll his roll. Sorry.
Okay, good, because
Yeah.
mine sucked.
Okay.
Good,
Could
good.
be
He-
good still.
Did get a 6, but he's going to use his legendary resistance to automatically pass.
Oh, not that too.
Patrick's like,
Love
I have to kill at
legendary
least
creatures.
2 of you this session.
I I know somebody in the chat who'll be excited.
I know.
Yeah.
Look,
He's offering gifted subs. Just kidding.
but a half PK.
All right.
Oh no. Oh no.
now he's offering. Now
that.
he's using bits. Now it's
The question is 200 biddies.
200 biddies enough for me to. It's $2 enough for me to kill
Full
someone
play
here.
character.
All right, Orvid, it's now your turn.
All right, I will, as a bonus action, use my last 4 of those dice to heal myself. Why can't I get something like that last time? I got 19 on 4 dice. That's beautiful.
That's very
All right.
beautiful. Which-
And so
19
heal
plus, what does it bring the total up to for 19? And what are you doing to him?
Oh, I was healing.
Oh, you're healing. Okay.
I was healing myself as a bonus action first. And then I will use. I'm gonna fire a couple of Eldritch Blasts at him again, because I think that's my best shot right now. The first one is a really high, 25 to hit. The second one is a natural 20 to hit. So 1d10s. Where's my 10s?
Okay, so he is going to use his reaction to cast Shield. So only the natural 20 will hit.
Okay. So do I roll? I roll twice the dice, right?
You
And just
roll twice the dice and just add the bonus
The
ones.
whatever bonus I have. Okay, cool. This is my Come on, roll high, roll high. Ah! 110. 13 plus 5 for that one. So 18 points of damage from that Eldritch Blast.
Okay. He is still standing.
How hurt does he look?
He looks pretty hurt. He is now going to use his legendary action. Use legendary action to cast Firebolt on Corvette.
Bring it.
It's a natural 20.
Oh no, he rolls double dice!
It's going to be 28 points of fire damage.
I'm alive still. I'm still up.
Okay, well, now it's his regular action. I will now cast Magic Missile on you again.
I will use Counterspell.
Okay. Alright. You do counterspell his Magic Missile. Just watch as the missiles that are shooting out of his hand just fizzle into dust. And it is now Galena's turn.
Galena,
Help!
this is my house. You have no right to be
Ow.
here, Fredo.
Can she get to Corvette in one turn? Because he's been running all over the place.
You could probably get to Corvette in one turn.
Okay. She's thinking about. She's gonna go run and stand in front of Corvette, even though she's like, what am I doing? She's gonna go stand in front of Corvette, and then she's gonna cast Firebolt at Fredo.
Okay.
Well,
You said 12?
yes, it's
Yeah.
12.
That does not hit.
But I am standing in front of Corvette.
My turn again?
It is your turn, Corvette.
Okay, Patrick, question now. Okay, I've done that. Thinking of all the other stuff that I have. Okay. My question is, with the Hollowed Heart, once per day, is that an action or a bonus action?
It's a action.
An action. Well, let's hope I roll decent. Wait, how bad does he look? How hurt does he look?
He looks pretty hurt, but he's still got some fight left in him.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, this is so crazy. Alright, with Hollowed Heart, let's see if this helps. I lift Hollowed Heart up and the spear starts glowing a gold-white light, and I heal myself. Once per day I can do this. 2d8 plus 4.
Okay.
So that's a good roll. 8 plus 6 is what, 14 plus 4, 18 points. As long as he does not get another crit, I might stay up this round. And so there's that, and that's it. I don't have, that was my action.
Okay.
How far away is he now? Because he teleported away from me when I got to him.
It's about 30, 40 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Corvit is now... I'm not Corvit, sorry. Fredo is going to look at Galena and say, "You would die for him?" And with his legendary action, is going to attack Galena with a firebolt. That will be a 16.
She casts shield.
Alright, there you go.
Which makes her AC 17.
Okay, so that misses.
Nice.
Now going to be his regular action.
And when she casts shield, she also puts up her arcane ward, and she puts that over Corbett. So it'll take 20 hit points worth of damage.
I completely forgot that Galena was an abjuration wizard because she could do so much. Yeah, there you go. All right. Okay.
It's 20 points.
He is,
Yeah. Let's do it.
all right. So he watches the shield form around Corvette, and he sneers, "Clever." He's gonna hold out his hand and shoot a lightning bolt out at you. As you're standing in a straight line, it'll go through both of you. So I need both of you to give me dexterity saving throws.
Cast counterspell. At
Okay.
what is?
So he's casting it
Fourth
at the
level.
regular level. Okay. So at the 3rd level, so that does counter the spell. All right, Galena, it's your
That's my
turn.
2 counterspells I've used. I'm done with normal spells now. I'm all out.
All right, Galena, go. You might have just saved Corbett's life here.
Okay. Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Bring him down. Bring him down.
Legolas.
But it still only counts as one.
21.
21. That will hit.
Seven.
Okay. It's looking worse for the wear. Corvette, it's your turn.
Do I like when that shield came on? Is there like a glimmer, like a shield, arcane shield I can see, or I'm like, oh, I feel protected.
Oh, how does your shield appear? Galena, your arcane ward.
He's in a light green bubble.
Like, this is cool. And with that, I'm like, all right, now your turn not to get hit. I step in front of her, and then I cast Eldritch Blast again. The good old try and true. And one is a 25, and then the other one is a 7 plus 8, 15. to hit.
Okay. 15 will not hit, 25 will.
Okay. Come on. 13 points of force damage.
Okay. Still standing, but he's down on one knee. As As he casts,
You think we could put him to sleep now?
as he casts lightning bolt again. Need dexterity saving throws from both of you.
I can't.
Can I cast counterspell now?
If you have counterspell, you're welcome to cast it right now.
I can do the thing.
All right, you counterspell him. His lightning bolt fizzles, and he starts screaming in rage and frustration. As he now uses his action, his real action, to cast firebolt on. Firebolt on Galena. It's gonna be the second nat 20 for the night from the DM.
Gosh.
It's gonna be 32 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
Are you still up, Galena?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, Galena, it's your turn.
Bring him down.
Let's try Scorching Ray again.
Okay.
This gives me more chances to roll. 23 for the first one.
That'll hit.
You want me just to roll all the hits first? $15 for the second one.
That'll miss.
Oh, the next one's gonna miss then too.
Alright, roll your damage for the 23.
$11.
Tell me how you do it.
She just coldly stands there and fires off her 3 Scorching Ray bolts, and then as she sees that 2 of them miss, she's like, I still need more practice.
Alright. So as the last one hits, you watch as he, begins to burn to ash. And yeah, he burns to ash, and he says, as he's dying, you hear one last call. Stop them, please.
It didn't make it easier. You stuck. And I I'm on one knee, oh. And I'm just saying a prayer to Bronislav. Thank you. Oh, Galena, thank you.
I can't believe I actually stepped in front of you. What was I thinking?
I mean, yeah, that was very, very helpful. Wow.
You were thinking fast.
Also, I have aimed fireballs at bandits that were attacking once. And I did escape from that Norsean camp, although I was running, so I didn't really see the damage that all my spells did. That's the first time I've seen somebody that I hit with a spell actually burn to death. Not sure how I feel about this.
Sure, it's weird and hard, and I don't know, but thank you for saving my life.
Having this conversation calmly as the book.
As you're as I was about to say, as you're sitting here talking, the fire continues to grow higher.
I'm like, all right, time to put this out. Servants, guards, get water, and I start trying to help, and at the same time, I'm like, Galena, where's the book?
In your room.
We didn't bring it with us. Hopefully it's still there. You go
Hidden.
hidden. Okay, go grab it. We need to show Tatiana, and not my mom right now, obviously. But I'm gonna coordinate the servants to put this fire out, and I go start doing that.
Okay.
Lena
Doesn't-
will run to the room and find the book.
All right. So, Corvette, you begin putting the fires out. It doesn't take very long to necessarily get all the fires out. Smoke is thick. Lena, as you get back to your room, let me roll something really quick.
No.
So you get back to your room, Corvette's room, and the first thing you notice is that stuff is strewn everywhere. And you see, as you look around, you see a man in very, Assassin's Creed-esque white robes, just rummaging through stuff, looking around. And as he hears you enter, he turns, and he has a mask covering the bottom of his face. And he throws something at you. He's gonna make a attack roll. Okay, it will hit you. I'm gonna need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
12.
Begin to feel the familiar feeling, sleepiness and drowsiness, and you pass unconscious to the ground. All right, Shalanya and Piotr, it's about this time. So you guys are making your way back. You've made your way back to the whatever it's called, back to the estate. And they make their way up to the you make your way up to the room where you find Galena unconscious on the ground.
Uh-oh. Wait, can I...
Immediately go check on her.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah, Piotr runs over to her, checks for vital signs, I guess. I don't know, what does a... I guess he's trying to ascertain her status. Why can't I talk?
Give me a medicine check.
Medicine, that's not a skill I've ever used in my life.
I'm sure you've probably used it once.
Got a 10 plus 13.
Okay. She's definitely alive and fine. She'll be fine. Your guess is that it's very similar to the same sleeping concoction that Theron used on her. So your guess is that maybe some of the extra antidotes that Theron left you might be able to rouse her from her sleep.
Okay, he breaks out the flask or whatever the heck it's in and tries to pour it into the corner of her mouth so she swallows it reflexively.
Alright, Galena, you wake up to the awful taste of the potion in your mouth. And you see Piotr and Jelania over you.
What happened?
Where's the man? The man in white. Where'd he go? Because remember, this is the potion that makes her hyper.
Oh.
Where's the man? Where did he go? Did he get the book? Does he have the book?
We
Where was the
didn't
book?
see a man in white. Did somebody attack you?
Do you think I just like to sleep on the floor just because? I mean, I know this has happened before. Is this becoming a thing? This had better not become a thing.
Galena, where was the book?
I hid it. Would she have hidden it? Under the mattress.
Okay, I look under the mattress.
Book is still there.
Okay.
Thank you, Patrick.
Your best guess
Now
is that you
your
probably
sister's diary is gone.
Your best guess is that you probably interrupted him in the middle of his search instead of him sticking around while you're unconscious, he used the opportunity to flee.
Okay, good. We need that book. Cot Vit and I, in the book, we found out that Fredo made a replica of something, but it didn't say in the book. So we went to go talk to Fredo. That turned out very poorly. Ow. The library is on fire.
What about Cot Vit? Is he okay?
He was also on fire some, but he's mostly okay.
Okay. I get up and I go look for Cot Vit.
Okay, we better go find Cot Vit. Can you walk?
Oh yes, I have lots of energy now. Oh, I should drink that healing potion though. I do not have lots of health.
Yes, you should probably drink a healing potion.
It'll be easy to find him. He's organizing the bucket brigade to try and put the library out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look for where there's smoke, there's Cot Vit, I guess. Let's be off. And Piotr runs toward, I guess, smoke. Can he see the smoke?
Like
Smell the smoke?
now that you've been informed that there was smoke, there is smoke. You can tell that definitely it's kind of like when someone's been cooking in the kitchen and like you walk out and like they didn't necessarily have the vents on. It's not like a ton of smoke, but there's a little bit of smoke at this point. So you can tell that there was a fire of some sort. You make your way towards the library, and it looks like everyone in the estate is gathered to try to put out the fire. Luckily, it doesn't look like the fire spread necessarily super far, so that's good but there's a lot of books that will never be recovered.
Part.
The Cot Vit looks. How does Cot Vit look though?
I mean, he looks really hurt.
Standing,
Mhm.
yelling a bit, and
Yelling
in
a
very
bit.
much pain.
Yelling
Yelling
about
because he's in pain.
So at this moment,
Yeah.
So as you're all approaching, Corbett's family is approaching, and his mother, comes through and approaches Corbett and looks at him. Are you okay? Are you fine? What happened here?
Jerry.
Tatiana, I have something you need to see.
Corvette, answer me.
Mother, how did you know Fredo?
I met Fredo across, the sea when we were at Avaro for business one time.
What if I said I knew the whole story?
Whatever are you
You've
talking about?
Never loved me. You've hated me. And that's fine. But Tatiana, I have something you need to see.
Your mother just kind of sits there.
You are the heir. Tatiana, you are the head of this household. In father's stead.
Tatiana nods. Says, okay. And walks over to you.
Did I look over it? So Galena has arrived, maybe with the book already, or?
Yeah. And Jelania and Piotr.
Okay. I wave them over.
Walk
And-
over. Well, Piotr does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and gestured towards the book and said, "This was Fredo's. And this is proof that Father's not guilty, but it incriminates somebody else." I'm sorry for all of this, but you need to be the head of our house right now.
Corvette, why were you talking to Mom that way? It's Mother. You can't talk to your mother that way.
Lena pulls out the relevant notes from the book, the translated notes, and she's like, read.
He sits and begins to read over the notes.
You can have another translator look at it too, if you want.
Got my eyes on the mom. Just watching.
That's... Did not want to know that.
Imagine what I felt.
Doesn't mean... Nothing in here says that she doesn't love you.
I guess that's true. Fredo's the one who said that to me.
Maybe Fredo was making something up. He was just trying to get inside your head.
The relevance of love is not important here and now. The relevance of what is going on now is the plans that have been made.
It may not be important to you, but it's important to me. It's our
That
mother,
can be
Corvette.
decided later.
I know. Fredo's the one who just attacked. Glean and I had a fight.
I mean, we could hear the explosions from all across the castle. I mean, the estate. Sure, they even heard it outside the estate.
Yep.
What do we do with this?
Honestly, I don't know. I've already ruined our family's livelihood enough. I don't know. This is only gonna ruin Anya's wedding more, and I don't want to do that, but also we have to protect the archmatriarch. We cannot let this happen to her.
This was just supposed to be a wedding, Corvette. A day of happiness, and somehow it's turned into the plot of some bad fantasy novel. Just...
In the book, did it say specifically the mother, Corvette's mom, and like her cousin and their names in it?
You know, I mean, like I described earlier, it started with her name and then switched to her initial. But then
Yeah.
it does list the names of the two hands direct, you know, yeah.
We take this to Arkady. He told me earlier he needed proof.
Okay.
Take it to someone bigger than us. Someone who can protect the archmatriarch and protect Anya and you. I can't do that by myself.
Alright, then let's,
I don't know, that's just my idea. I don't know what else we do.
seems like a good idea. You know, we need to, let's go.
What's the mom enduring?
I'm just kind of been sitting and watching.
What's her, like, what kind of energy is she putting off? Is she concerned? Is she confused? Like,
Give me an
what's going on?
insight check.
A real big 3.
You don't know. You're not sure. what she's thinking or planning or...
Mhm.
But so are you all headed to the Ashen Palace to warn Arkady? Present your proof.
Yes.
Okay. So as you
Bringing
begin,
everybody with us, of course.
define everybody.
Well, at least the mom.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't let her out of
Tatiana
our sight.
and Ariadna.
All right. Is you okay with that, Corbett?
Yeah, I think I want my siblings also to come too, so we can protect them and any guards that Tatiana will have. Her retinue.
All right. So you make your way through, out of your estate to the Ashen Palace for the second time tonight. And this time there's no delay as the guards go to get Arkady and let you know, and you enter into, this time you're guided to the throne room, where you see the, you see the granite thrones that make up the, that are the, the thrones for the emperor and his family. So you see, the Tsar sitting. You see the Tsar, who looks just like an older version of Artyom and Arkady. So gray in his beard, flecks of gray in his beard and his hair. Sits wearing, his, imperial robes, and the, crown on the, it's a very simplistic crown. The Tsars have never been ones for being ostentatious over, over decorative. It's just not in, that's one of the traits that people don't, that the Tsars don't look for, and so the empire is, the emperors have just not been like that. So it's a very simple crown, but because of the simplicity, that's how everyone knows that's the emperor, because it's versus the more ornate crowns that boyars might have. But his is made of gold, while boyars would be made of silver. On his left sits the Tsarina Dowager, so that would be his mother, the Tsar's mother. She's sitting, very silvery hair, very uptight. Picture, the woman who plays McGonagall, very uptight. And then you have Arkady sitting on the right hand. The Tsar looks at you all. My son says you have some important information.
I bow deeply. Yes, your graces. And hand the book over to them along with translations. If that's okay with Galena. Okay. This was found in my family's estate. It belonged to the steward, Fredo. And you can have someone else translate it to make sure it is correct, but we found evidence of a plot to assassinate the archmatriarch and those who are conspirators in it.
We're already well aware of the plot to assassinate the archmatriarch. Your father is in custody for that plot at this time. There's further evidence supporting that.
It supports the plot, it does not support him. The evidence inside points to others.
What others?
Your grace. The left and the right hand of the archmatriarch, Fredo, and I can't do that. And your grace, if you can just read the last one, please.
The Emperor points at Piotr. Say the words that he can't. Be his voice.
His mother.
I see. Well, it's quite troubling.
I then at that point just explain what the object is. And if they take a look at the scepter to make sure it's the real one and not the fake one.
I'll have the royal jeweler take a look at it himself. Sure it is the real deal. But he turns to some of the Imperial guards. Retrieve Conrad Pashek from the prison. Exchange him for his wife. Your mother looks at you, Corvette. How could you do this to me? I was doing this for you. So you could live the life that you wanted to live. I know you never wanted to rule like your father wanted you to.
And I won't. But I will not betray Sulhana or her spokesperson.
You'd betray your own mother.
At that, I just hang my head.
The guards
No word to come.
The guards take her away. Down into the dungeons. The Emperor looks at you. Your father will be returned to your estate shortly. In the meantime, I would recommend that you return home to rest. My men will handle the safety of the archmatriarch. You've done a good thing today. I am sorry, Corvette. Truly am. I can only imagine what it would be like to have one's mother plot for the destruction of our sacred church, the Empire. Now, we should all return home and get some sleep. We have a wedding to celebrate tomorrow. Unless anyone else has anything they want to say or do here. Exactly what you do. Go back home to the estate. It's...
Sorry, I was muted.
You're
Like
good.
on our way, just like make sure Anya gives Corvette a hug. I'm very sorry.
Yeah. Me too.
We are here for you.
I know. I turn to my siblings. Turn to Anya. I have ruined your moments. And I don't expect you to forgive me. And I am truly sorry. I turn to my brother.
What's your AC again?
What?
So what's your AC again?
Oh,
17.
All right. Your brother clocks you, gets across the face again for another 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
You. Why? You... Why didn't you tell the rest of us?
Just found out, and I needed to tell the Tsar. He can protect the archmatriarch. He can stop this.
Family, Corvette. Supposed to work together on this stuff.
Oh, I know, I'm just so used to trying to protect you all, and I can't do that.
We're not kids anymore, Corvette.
If you had been there, he would have told you. There was not time between discovery and the encounter. Not even Piotr or I knew. We were not there. If you had been there, you would have known. I understand that you also have difficulty in knowing that your mother wanted to destroy something very important. But you cannot turn your anger on your brother, who is not the architect of that. Or you will also destroy your family.
How about you stay out of my family's business?
Shalania, thank you. It's okay. He has every right to be mad at me.
What did you do?
It's not just now. It's not just now. It's how we were raised. It's who I am, what I was born with. It takes a toll on them. Am I right? They always expect you to be like me, or compare you to me. The dragon blessed, dragon touched.
well, you can't change the way your parents treated your siblings any more than you can treat or change the decisions that your mother has made more recently.
I want Corvette to know he doesn't have to just alone. Like, I know I've been mad at him, but he's my brother. And I would do anything for my brother.
Including punching him in the face when he's wrong.
Including
doing stupid things. You mean that?
Of course I do. I know I've been angry, but I don't want you to feel like you can't count on us.
I think I can. I mean, I look over at Tatiana, I'm like, we're actually starting to get along?
Yeah?
And you are, look at my brother, you're standing up to me. You're wanting to do your own stuff. And I should respect that. And I turn to my sister. Is there anything I can do to make it all up to you?
Well, would you normally, your mother's supposed to walk you down the aisle, but, considering the fact that Mom won't be there, do you think if you could, ask your friend Galena if she would walk me down the aisle?
She's old enough to be his mother.
It's true.
It's true.
Several times over. I think I can pull that off. I think she'd really like that. You'll help her with the... You have a dress for her?
Oh, yes. I mean, what she's wearing now would be just fine. And since my wedding dress is modeled
It's a
off of
little
her
burned,
dress.
though. It's a little.
Oh, I'm sure that
burned.
we can get the tailor to work overnight and fix it.
Oh no, while you were having a chat with the Emperor, she was just kind of unobtrusively fixing it. You look over as you're saying it's a little burned, you're like, oh, no, actually, it's perfect now.
And I'm a hot mess still, so. Okay. Galena, would you walk my sister to the altar? To the altar? To the what? Yeah? Okay, down the aisle?
Yep, to the altar.
Oh. Oh, I would be honored to, but you'll have to tell me exactly what I'm supposed to do because I've never even been to a wedding at all.
Really
let
simple.
alone a big fancy one.
It's really simple. You will just show up. You'll stand on my right, my right, and you'll walk me up to the altar. It's fairly simple.
Okay, I think I can manage that.
Okay. All right. Anything else that you guys want to do before you all head home for a long rest before you head to a wedding tomorrow?
Piotr is going to cast Healing Word on Corbett. I was like Brayden.
I was so low that punch almost knocked me out. Oh my gosh.
I'm curious, how low are you? Or were you?
Not super low, I'm at 15. But I was at 22 before that punch. That was like a lot. And I'm
After my healing potion, I'm now at 19.
I was at 4 during that fight. The low. I was like. Okay.
And then,
Oh yeah.
That's sorry. That's mostly RPing. If you want, I can roll for hit points, but I'm assuming you're not gonna throw anything at us by the time we take a long rest.
Oh, he could.
Fine.
I mean, I could. Am I going to? It's a different question.
Hey, PvP
I'm
is
using
also an
meta knowledge
option.
here.
It's true. All right.
Piotr was mad at us earlier today. He could decide to take it out on them while they're weak.
Piotr woke up and chose violence. You thought that was healing word? That was cutting words. Take it.
All
Well,
right.
that wouldn't work in that context. Oh well.
All right. So you all make it. So you all head back to the estate. You all lay down, go to sleep. And Piotr,
No.
you dream. You dream of the familiar balcony. Walking, the steps leading up to it. This time when you see Katya, however, she has wings on her back, but not full-blown angel wings. They're broken. As if someone had taken at the, joint and snapped them.
Oh. I don't know why I don't like that, but I don't like that.
She's sitting there looking up out at the, out of the sky. So, do you know what you must do? You know how to make reparations?
Well, I guess I gotta turn myself in. Right?
As we've discussed before, Piotr, I'm just a manifestation of your subconscious.
And yet, here you are responding to me as if, I don't know.
You've been torn up over this clearly, Piotr. You needed to sort it out somehow in your mind. What better way than to talk it out with someone, and it just so happened that your mind latched on to the person that you killed.
Well, I convinced me. Or you, or whatever. I don't... Are we ready to do this?
Does it matter if we are?
Kinda. I don't know. Well, I don't know. What are my other options? I feel...
You could continue. You could continue to
Sorry.
run. Put the mission and the fate of the world in danger, or you can stand aside and make way for someone new. I think we know what you would rather do. Means if it means saving the world. That's why you became a diplomat, so you could start that coalition to stop pirates in the North Sands. Wanted to make the world a better place. Well, you better get some sleep. It's going to be a long day tomorrow.
Yeah. See you around.
I don't think you will. With that, you get the best night's sleep that you've had in a long, long time. And we're gonna call it a night. Thanks everyone for coming out. We went a little bit longer today because we hadn't played in a month. But yeah, thanks for coming. It's been fun. Let me do this real quick. I remember. Real quick. We are... Nope, that's not the command. I don't remember the command. I'll find it out later. Lydia will help me out. There you go. Rehash. Oh yeah, it's just the Q. No S. Anyway, rehash the rules. Will be on next Wednesday, unless you hear otherwise from us. I think we're still planning on doing that. If you have questions, put them submit in that Google form right there, and we will read to them. We'll let you know exactly who's going to be there. But even if just submit questions for anyone, because when we come to them, we store all the questions. And we come to them, we will read them anyway. Perfect. And then we will be back with Ready to Roll in 2 weeks. So that will be December 16th. No one's told me otherwise. No one has any other holiday plans or anything. So unless you hear otherwise, we will be back on December 16th. So keep an eye, so we come back to see the wedding tomorrow and how it goes. Should be fun. With what we've been
in game
tomorrow. Yes.
Tomorrow.
We tried. Watch it. Archmatriarch is still gonna burn up after all of that work we put in. It's like, oh, dang it.
No, it's gonna be that master jeweler is just gonna be like, and he'll touch it and just like gone. And then you'll have all of his diamonds that you were looking for.
Fantastic.
Hey!
Great execution. Still didn't work.
But yeah, so thank you everyone for coming out. Thanks everyone who was in chat and engaging. It was a lot of fun to read your messages and stuff. But yeah, it was good. We will talk with you all. We'll talk with everyone later. Bye, guys.
Thanks for coming out. Bye.
See ya.